Look how far we've come.
Ferrets aren't just pets, they're family, and like family they thrive on companionship. Our world came crashing down recently when Zoro lost his bonded partner Luffy. With winter rolling in, I knew I had to act fast to get him bonded with my sweet girls, Wriggles and Scruffles, for company and warm cuddles in the freezing weather. He didn't make it easy. But after weeks of daily battles and supervised play, we're finally making progress.
As you can see, things are a lot more harmonious here at Ferret Tube TV now. The girls and Zoro have been in together for about 3 weeks now, and the way it came about was actually really bizarre.
Before I reveal how we finally achieved harmony and what the key to successful integration is, spoiler alert, it's probably not what you're expecting, let's take a look back at Zoro's integration journey so far. I hope this story serves as a complete guide to integrating ferrets and gives you the confidence you need if you're thinking about adding some noodles to your own bowl of floof. It all began 18 months ago when I adopted Zoro and Luffy from a rescue centre. I'd taken the girls along to try and pick out a pair that would naturally mingle well with them, but on reflection, that was pretty pointless.
Good girl, Scruffles.
The rescue centre was chaotic, with over 200 ferrets under one roof. The smells, the noise, my girls were so far out of their comfort zone, there was no way to get an accurate read on how they felt about potential new friends. Of course, I instantly fell in love with the boys. They were at the bottom of the pecking order, constantly bullied by the other ferrets. How could I say no? I thought, how hard can it be? That, my floof-loving friends, was my first mistake.
What's this?
The first step of integration was a bedding swap, getting them used to each other's smells by switching the blankets.
I'm kind of happy.
A few days later I put my limited carpentry skills to use and built a neutral space for their first introductions. That's when I realised this wasn't going to be as easy as I'd hoped.
Alright, Scruffy.
Ferrets have a strict social hierarchy. They establish dominance and submission through behaviours that can look and sound pretty violent.
Alright, good girl.
Neck pinning is normal, but when things escalate to screaming, defecating or releasing strong scents, it's time to step in. Watching your babies go through this is heart-wrenching. I thought moving the boys to a cage in the shed might help them get used to each other. It allowed me to alternate giving each pair time in the outside run while bringing them all together on the shed floor to mingle. Zoro, being the giant teddy bear that he is, was doing okay with the girls, but Luffy, not so much.
Be nice. Okay. Alright.
He was most likely born in the wild and saw the girls as competition for food, bedding, you name it. I tried everything.
Be nice.
But the fights were too intense, and honestly, I wasn't in a good place emotionally.
What's going on with you? Can we stop the violence?
My mum was in the final stages of her battle with cancer, and I just didn't have the emotional energy to keep trying.
Luffy, no.
So I paused the introductions.
Be nice, Zoro. I'm going to build a divider to make this inside enclosure into 2 separate cages with plenty of opportunity to mingle on several different levels.
It wasn't ideal, but it worked. Within a week they seemed to be more relaxed. There was even some kissing through the bars, although, let's be honest, that might have been Luffy licking Scruffles' breakfast off her chin. Life settled into a new routine. I kept the boys and girls separate, but they had plenty of interaction through the cage and shared the outdoor run in shifts. I'd planned to revisit the integration when things calmed down, but then my world turned upside down. My mother passed away. Not long before that, my stepmother had lost her battle with cancer too. My father was left alone in Scotland, and I knew I had to move up to be closer to him.
Treats for the trip. Here we are.
Packing up my home of 18 years, building a new life, it all consumed me. Integration became a distant priority. Once we moved, I had a beautiful blank canvas to work on, so I built an outdoor run with separate sections for the boys and girls.
You've got a sleep box up here, and same for the girls. Then you've got tube going down to a food and drink level. We've got a sort of a hanging box in there, same for this side. And then we go down in a tube from the back there to a bottom layer where they've got another little cuddle spot.
It seemed like the perfect, peaceful solution, and honestly, I think I was avoiding the integration process. I hated seeing my precious girl so horribly treated. Life was sweet and happy like this, until everything changed.
I think everyone's a bit hyped today. So the diagnosis is in, and unfortunately, it's not good news.
Luffy got sick. Out of the blue, he was diagnosed with lymphoma. He went from healthy to gone in just 10 days. It broke all of our hearts, but especially Zoro's. He was now completely alone. I couldn't avoid integration any longer. Zoro needed companionship, especially with winter setting in, so I started again.
Life goes on, and Zoro, he needs company, he needs love, he needs affection. So, despite feeling obviously still devastated about the loss of Luffy, I'm going to stop talking about it now because every time I do it just... Okay, it's morning, playtime, so I'm going to go and get them. Wish me luck.
This time I tried something new. Group feeding, playful distractions, and daily sessions in the playroom, which was a great neutral space as we hadn't lived here long enough for anyone to claim ownership. At first, Zoro was still aggressive, and the girls remained cautious. You could hear their little hisses every time he got too close.
It's alright, he's snoozing.
But slowly, things started to change.
This is just post-nail clipping belly licks. And I don't know why I didn't think of it before. Just slather them all in salmon oil.
After 2 weeks, Zoro finally calmed down enough to take a nap near the girls.
Are you feeling snoozy?
And that's when the magic happened.
So she really wants to be friends with him. Alright, be nice.
One by one, the girls gained the courage to slide in beside him.
My heart is in my mouth, I can't even tell you.
For the first time, they slept together, peacefully.
Fingers crossed.
Over the next few weeks, we stuck to our little routine. Zoro was still living the solo life, so I made sure to pop in a few times a day for a snuggle session. In the evenings, they'd all mingle, or at least that's what I called it. What it really looked like was the girls perfecting the art of avoiding Zoro.
Zoro, be nice.
Or risk being pinned like it was some kind of bizarre game of ferret tag.
Good girls at Wriggles. Okay.
But hey, practice makes perfect. As the girls got better at dodging him, the pinning and screeching started to die down. Progress, right? Still, I wasn't about to leave them unsupervised in the same cage, so mingling time was capped at about an hour a day. Let's be real though, can we even call it mingling when the girls spent most of the time running wide, paranoid circles around Zoro, as if he were a swordsman with a vendetta and they were trying to dodge his next move? Meanwhile, Zoro just waddled around blissfully unaware, like he was lost in a quest to find the one piece of tasty snack. I had pretty much resigned myself to this new long-term routine. Slow and steady, I thought. But then, out of nowhere, a tiny miracle happened.
Hey, so it's early in the morning and I'm actually keeping my voice down because I don't want to wake the ferrets. Had a bit of a surprise development last night.
A few days ago, a viewer suggested that I let the girls stay in Zoro's side for a few days and vice versa, so get them more used to each other's smells. So I did that, and Zoro became very comfortable in the girls' side of the enclosure. Last night, when I went to feed them, I've been having both sides of the enclosure open as I kind of clean them out so they can explore each other's spaces. And last night, Zoro took himself off to bed in the girls' section. And I was actually going out last night with some friends for somebody's birthday. So I was like, okay, let's give it a go. So I put the girls up on that platform as well. And the girls went into the sleep box. And I stood there for the longest time, just kind of nothing, silence. And so I closed the cage up, I turned the lights off, and then I sat on the floor for almost 40 minutes and nothing, completely silent. So I went out with my friends, I came back actually early because I was like, we've got to go and check that they're not like tearing each other apart. I think I got back about 9 o'clock, went and checked on them. Silence. So I was tempted to actually check on them and see whether or not they, the reason the silence is kind of like something sinister. But I'm sure it won't be. Anyway, it's now early in the morning. The sun's literally just risen. And I am going to go and check and see what we find. But this could be it. They could be integrated. Right, wish me luck. There's noise. Hello? Who's that? Hey, Zozo! Hi! Oh, he needs a poop tray on the middle layer. Hello, sweetie. Did you have a nice night with the girls? Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? No poop up there. Wriggles is okay. Oh, Scruffles. Now that's interesting. So Scruffles slept in the middle layer. Hey, look at that. 1, 2, 3. They were all alive. An undeniable win.
Oh, you were such good ferrets.
I got them out to assess the situation. Sure, there was still tension, and the girls looked like they might have had an awkward night, but they'd all survived unharmed, and that gave me the confidence to let this experiment continue.
Zoro.
I've made a few adjustments, so there's an additional sleeping space out here, just in case. I put the litter tray there, heavier water bowl, the dig-proof food bowl, and then I've moved a little stashy place down here. All right. Zoro! I hope he's not just going to charge around like a bull in a china shop now. Oh, girls, I don't like doing it to you. I really don't. It's not really the ideal way to live. But I'm told it will get better. I'm told you'll get used to each other. Zoro! Right, I think me being here is just a distraction at this point. So I'm going to head in. And there'll probably be... Yeah, there we are. So he's going to head off to sleep. Wriggles has gone into the bedroom. Scruffles will probably make her way up top as well. But that's fine if that's what they choose, They might not want to sleep together initially. He does seem to be... I'm glad I put that blanket in there for him now. He's got something to snuggle. Okay, I just have to leave them to it now. when the morning of day 2 came, I went to check on them.
I've left it till lunchtime to check on them today because I want to try and see if they're still asleep. Hey! So Zoro's down there. What are you doing, honey? It looks like Wriggles is there. Is it just you? Where's your sister?
I checked outside.
It does like to sleep outside and it was quite mild here last night. Scruffles!
No. And when I returned, to my utter delight, out she came from inside the fleece cube.
God.
She'd been snuggled up right next to Zoro.
Good girl! You were sleeping in there with Zoro? I can't believe I missed that. Why not you, Wriggles? Good boy. She's still a little nervous, but I wish I'd caught you coming out. I went outside to check on you and you came out of the... It was so stinking cute. Are you a little bit in love now? Well done, everybody. Alright, I've got work to do. I'll catch you later. Oh my god! Oh my god!
On the morning of day 3, I went down to check, feeling like we were so close.
It's lunchtime, so they should be asleep. And I'm really hoping to find them all together. Hey everybody! I guess everybody's fast asleep. Nobody. Hi! And Wriggles is in there too! Yay! Did you all sleep together last night? Oh my god, guys!
So there you have it. One happy little floof family and a lot of stress gone from my life. And that secret ingredient to a successful integration I promised to share with you?
Yay!
Confidence. In the end, I probably could have achieved this weeks earlier if I just had the confidence to let them sort it out on their own.
What joy that brings me. We're done. We're good.
Confidence doesn't mean ignoring the risks. It means trusting the process and your ability to intervene if needed. Let's face it, ferrets have been sorting this out for centuries. Watching my babies emerge from the sleep box for the first time made every hurdle worth it. If you're struggling, hang in there. The reward of seeing your floof family united is more than worth it. And even though it feels like they might never become friends, they will. They just need enough time to work things out. Zoro may still be on his quest to find the one piece of extra snacks, but at least now he's got his crew. Thank you for being there through this for me, and for all of your encouraging and helpful comments. What a team. Floof Mama out.
Oh, it's so nice to see you all like that, though. Good boy. Zoro doesn't want to share. I had to give it to you quickly, didn't Scruffy?